Now that most of the bungalow is all plastered, this week I had a lesson of how to fit architrave and skirting boards. Is it architrave or architrave? I want to say architrave. Anyway, we'll start with that. And the first lesson I got was never to have it completely on the edge of the door frame. Apparently it doesn't look right, and that I should set it back by about 6 mil. So I made my cuts with a miter saw on this Keter collapsible workstation. This isn't mine, but I'd totally get one of these. But for the top piece, I didn't cut my angle piece until I held it against the side of the wall, because the left side needed to be ripped down. However, ripping that tiny piece, my dad did that off camera. Now I did learn that if you've made your cut ever so slightly out, it didn't really matter if you had to prop up one of the side pieces up a fraction, because there'd be carpet or flooring going there. So I've got my 2 side pieces propping up the top piece, and I hammered it to the wall with oval nails. Bear in mind it's a wooden frame behind here. And to help the decorator, I had to bury the nails with a nail punch. And I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate it if I just dedicated a video to windowsills. So that's why I'm putting that here. My dad had cut a plastic windowsill, and I'm applying a square of beading all around the existing one, which was in terrible shape, then gave it a zigzag and pushed the windowsill on. But I was told off for sitting on it in case it pushed that area down more than the others.
No. You're going to push it down in one spot. Push it down.
But we stepped back, eyeballed it, and made sure it was flat. Oh, and if you didn't catch my video last week, I now have my own merchandise range, which are all personally made by me. So if you want to support my channel, I'll leave the shop link in the description below, and they're available in navy, black or white, in unisex and ladies. So now for the skirting board. I really want to know how to scribe skirting boarding properly. Originally I'd bought 2 profile gauges from Toolstation in 2 different sizes because I didn't know what skirting board was going to be applied, but it turns out we didn't need it. So because I'm fitting towards a door frame, the first piece was a straight piece with 2 cross cuts. Now for the scribed piece, I was first asked to do a miter beveled edge. Then I needed to cut off the back of it so it would be a good fit. So I'm just cutting that up to the curve bit with a handsaw. And this is when I realised I didn't need that profile gauge, because the contour told me exactly where I needed to remove it. So I'm cutting around this up until the sticky out piece with a coping saw. You do have to twist the blade though to cut it in the right direction. So once that's done, I pushed it straight up to the other piece, and then I needed to mark the other side of where I needed my next cut to be. And then I'd continue all the way around. But I'm not going to say we did that for the rest of them, because some carpenters believe now that miter saws exist, we don't necessarily have to do it the old-fashioned way. And because we know it's wood behind here, because these are the partition walls we've fitted, I'm also fixing these on with nails.
Not there. Avoid.
However, this is a brick wall, so I'd have to apply glue, push it on, hammer in some nails for now, but obviously you can't go all the way. Bear in mind you can see a continued piece with another bevel cut, but when you're nailing, don't put nails below plug sockets. And to make sure the skirting boards weren't going anywhere, I'd pre-drill with a hammer drill, pop a roll plug in, and then gently tap in a screw in there again with a hammer, and then screw it with a screwdriver. Now on a couple of occasions I did find I'd gone straight through to the cavity, so to fix that I'd pop in another roll plug and then screw, and it would fix. But that's a lesson for me to always put a tape marker on your drill bit. Sometimes we skip these things and it doesn't pay off. So that's it for this one. Short and sweet. And yeah, I can now move on to the next job.